Hi, this is Jude from Junior Crafts, and this is a video to go alongside a tutorial which I've recently written for Metal Clay Today's online magazine. The tutorial features a fox mask charm bracelet which is cut out on the Cricut Explore Air and using the Cricut design space. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to manage your custom materials, because no surprise, there's not a custom setting for metal clay as yet. So let's go in and do that. At the top left you see your icon. Click on that, and under machine settings, the second one down, manage custom materials. We just have to wait for the computer to talk to the machine and get the list of current custom materials. Once that's there, the bottom right, click on add new material, and we get a box for us to put a label in. So I'm just going to put this as metal clay 3 cards. The next thing is to cut pressure. Because I like to do etching as well as cutting, and etching needs the maximum pressure, I use that as my setting. I cut 4 times. It works well, it doesn't spoil it at all, and I leave my blade as regular. You can change it to the deep cut, but to be honest, the regular blade works really well. I just don't see any point in changing that. So once I've done that, I'll save it, and once it's updated, I can just click done, and that's going to be ready for us when we get to the point where we're cutting the design. So create a new project. I'm going to import the image from the Cricut design store. They're 99 cents or about 75p in UK pounds. For this one I searched for fox mask, and the image that I'm using is in the 3rd row on the left. So click on that. I've already purchased this, so I can use it freely. So insert my image. Let's just move it up a bit. Start off by resizing this. At the moment it's 4.41 inches width, and I want to take it down to 1.25. Or thereabouts, maybe 1.26. Just a bit fiddly trying to get it where you want it. I'll leave it as 1.26. And then I'm going to make 2 copies. The reason I do that is I like my pieces of clay to be round about 6+ cards thickness. So as I'm using 3 card clay, I need to laminate my pieces up. To produce this, I'm going to use 2 background pieces which will be laminated together, and then on this one I'm going to use just the orange mask around the face. So let's start off with this. We're going to click on the left hand side, you'll see the toolbar there. and the first one's highlighted and it highlights in the section for that mask. So I want just the black image, which will just cut around the outside and the eyes. So I want 2 of those. I'm going to do the same again. And then this one, I want the mask. So I'm going to close down everything but the embellishment that sits on top. So I've got now my 3 pieces. At present, by having a different colour, the Cricut would assume that this needs to be cut out separately from the other 2. It cuts it by colour. So we're going to go to sync and we're going to bring that down to the other 2, and now we've got the 3 that are all the same colour, so we'll only have 1 cutting mat produced. So if I click on go, you can see my 2 backgrounds and my top piece. Now, to save a little bit of my clay I've rolled out and dried, I'm going to be as frugal as I can with how I place this. So I'm just going to bring this one up underneath here. Don't want the noses to touch, but they can be quite close. And this one I'm going to rotate so that the nose piece will actually go in the gap. And you can see that by doing that, it's about just over the 2 inches square that you'd need of clay. So I would probably cut a piece of clay or roll a piece of clay 3 inches by 3 and then save this for use with other projects, or I would reconstitute it, roll it out and use it again in the Cricut machine. So once that's there, we can see we've got 1 cutting mat. It's set to cut, so we just need to click go. It's going to now connect with the Explorer, and it's going to allow me now to set my custom material. So I've got the dial on the machine set for custom, and I click on this and I can now find my metal clay, metal clay 3 cards. As you can see, I've done a couple of these while I've been practicing doing the video, so it doesn't matter which one I pick because they're both exactly the same. Once I've got to that stage, I now need to load my mat into the machine. So you get a prompt on your screen, you load it into the machine, and then once you've done that, a light flashes over the cut button and you can then press that and cut it. Okay, so that's it, and you should be able to produce your pieces to go alongside the tutorial in metal clay today.